something, you cocksucker.
All right, AOA podcast back for another episode.
Oh,
Jay Sabs is here in case you couldn't tell. On this show, we're talking about the Russell Brand accusations. Pretty big. Lauren Boebert dumps her play date. The Senate has ditched their dress code. We lost a stealth fighter plane. We found it. It crashed. And Drew Barrymore pauses her show after announcing that she was unpausing her show for the writer's strike.
ooh.
Jay Sabs is here. Cuddles is here. All that
I'm
and
here.
more on this episode. Right there, Jay Sabs.
Oh, I just committed a rookie mistake, but that's okay.
All right, let's rebound. Let's rebound from it. Big news from over the weekend. Russell Brand was accused by 4 women of assault, abuse, and the R word, which we can't say thanks to YouTube. That was big happenings by the Sunday Times, The Times, and Channel 4 over there in the UK. Actually, before the article even came out, Russell Brand took to his social media to refute the claims, saying that none of them were true. And he alluded to the fact that he is being targeted by the mainstream media because he's, I don't know, like a truth teller or something. I forget what it all is now. Anymore.
Yep.
It's hard to keep track of everything. I forget, what was he bringing to light? Was it masks or aliens or I don't know.
It was something about Boebert.
Bovid. The aliens didn't wear their masks and didn't get COVID. That's what he was uncovering. And now he's saying he's being attacked by the mainstream media and pharmaceutical companies and everything. Meanwhile, the accusations are pretty friggin' horrific. I mean, you're talking about one of the women was 16 years old at the time of the alleged incident when he was, I believe, 30. Lots of fallout since this kind of came out. Katy Perry hinted that she knew the real truth about ex-Russell Brand years before the abuse claims came to light. One of his accusers reveals in a letter she wrote to the comedian after the alleged R word, telling him that he completely broke her down. Lots of other celebs and stars are kind of coming through. There was another comedian, something Sloss, I forget his name. Famous comedian. He said that everybody knew about Russell Brand and was steering clear of him. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Of course, I always wanted to hear what everybody has to say. What's up to everybody in the live chat, replay crew? Comments are certainly welcome. Make sure you guys like and share the episode. Bird says, not surprised, really. Cuddles.
Yeah,
J-Subs.
I'm not either. Wait, was he against the jab?
I forget. I know he had some.
There's a lot of like.
He had some big take on it. I remember that. I don't know if he was against it.
Yeah. I'm not. This doesn't surprise me. He seems kind of out there and weird.
Okay. I am very surprised.
Really?
I'll be honest with you. I told you I met him once, right? Well, I showed the picture of me and him.
Janine, did he touch you?
I wish.
I can't.
I do think he is. Okay. I think I might have said this too. Very nice guy, not cocky at all. Funny and okay, so like obviously actors and actresses could be dicks, right? And when they were filming, he was like very personable. That's when I saw him. He was filming that movie. God, this is a long time ago. Near where I worked. And when I went to go visit the set, because I used to stalk, sets all the time, he took a picture with me. Like he wasn't, I don't know. I don't get that vibe from him. I don't.
So because he was nice to you for 5 minutes once 13 years ago, you don't think he could have done this?
Absolutely.
All right, that checks out.
Okay.
I get it.
I mean, I don't know. Could it be? Who knows? I'm
Um,
sad. I'm
sup-
sad for him.
Supposedly, Kristen Bell warned Russell Brand not to try anything when they got onto the set of Forgetting Marshall.
She's full of herself, so I wouldn't be surprised if she wouldn't tell everybody that.
She's another one that annoys me.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
she annoys me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I thought she was. Everybody loved her from
No,
Frozen.
no, I'm not everybody, and she's one of those on my list.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. I thought she was good in Sarah Marshall.
That was a good movie. Her and isn't she married to Dax Shepard?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, both of them together annoy me.
That I get.
Mhm.
Dax has enough annoyance to go around for everybody.
Oh God.
That I
Change
totally
the
understand.
channel when those people come on. Yeah, annoying.
But listen, these allegations against Russell Brand are serious. In fact, they're so serious that Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher already wrote character letters for him. That's how
okay.
you could tell this is a big deal. No, I mean, listen, I don't know. Here's what I'll say. I don't know what's true or not. I mean, reading some of these accounts, I mean, they feel pretty, hard to make up.
Yeah.
I should put this caveat in there too. During this time period, he fully admitted to being, Paul's got it over here, a heroin addict, a sex addict. He openly admits to going pretty crazy and being very promiscuous, but even in his denial videos says that everything was consensual. So I don't really I don't really know what to believe. The biggest issue here I have is the whole mainstream media angle, because I don't think he was as revolutionary as maybe he thinks he was.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I think he did. I think it was vaccine related and everything, but a lot of the stuff that he said was after the fact. It was like in the last year and a half where he started coming up with a lot of things, and it wasn't like anything that was, and somebody forgive me, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think it was anything revolutionary. Like, it was the same kind of shit that we were all reading and talking about.
Yeah.
It's just that he's Russell Brand, and he obviously comes with a bit of a following from his acting career and everything, but I don't think he was like investigating shit like some other people were and really uncovering stuff. So I don't know why the mainstream media feels like they need to go after him or Pfizer or any of these, the pharmaceutical companies or anything like that. I don't get that. And that's a pretty bold defense to pick.
He's going to say now, because didn't they just come out with a new vaccine?
Mm-hmm.
Like, not a new one, like, isn't the new, he's going to say, he's going to be like, it's the pharmaceutical companies because they don't want me talking and they want everyone to take it again. Okay, crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and
he might be right. He might be right.
Well, Ginny, do you really think Pfizer's like, we're going to go get Russell Brand?
Oh, not Russell Brand, but other people, I think. It's hard to say, because you know what? Hollywood and people who have money are all in bed with each other. I do believe.
You're not wrong.
Think about Russell Brand. I think he's a little what's the word? Like, D-list now. Like, no one's really talking to him about him,
Yeah.
Do me a favor, Cuddles. Look into Russell Crowe. All right. I don't want any of the Russells slipping by.
Yeah.
Right.
We got to make sure we got our head on a swivel. No, Janine, you're not wrong. I think that there's definitely correlations and shit. But I'll tell you what makes it the most believable to me. This wasn't CNN or MSNBC or the Washington Post. It was whatchamacallit, the Times in the UK, the Sunday Times.
Yep.
It's not like they're one of these big American conglomerate things. I think this is just a bunch of stories that have been floating around forever that people are now starting to document, and it's being put together and it's coming to light.
Yeah, but the UK, like, their tabloids, their newspapers are brutal. Yep. Like, they come out with stuff that's kind of like, weren't they like all the tabloids and stuff, weren't they just sued by like Meghan Markle and Harry and like lost, or they were trying to sue them? Like they'll come out with stories that are like blatant lies.
Yeah,
Or
they
so
don't
I've
care.
heard. Like they are like
Yes.
brutal.
Yes, you're right. They are very tabloidy. The only difference is this was a piece that had been in the works and being investigated for quite a while. You know,
Oh, okay.
so it wasn't like it was just like a tabloid piece. It was something that like I think even the BBC had some stuff on it that they were like, investigating for quite a while.
Right.
Look, I mean, you look at what happened to Portnoy, right? And that was pretty salacious and pretty far out there and like really playing fast and loose with aggressive sexual, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
trying to put on the appearance of misconduct, which was not great. I think that was bad for victims for them to do. I forget who even did that. Business Insider. That was not so good. But this, when you have people who are just clearly out there saying that this is what went on, and now, I mean, there's a new report that says one of his alleged victims claims that a BBC car brought her to the actor's home when she was just a teenager.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Why can't you men just keep your peepees in your pants? Like why? What? Like just
Yeah, some of us are
that,
broken.
and you are, and just keep a needle out of your arm. Problem solved.
Yeah. Some of us are broken. And the reason why I bring that up too is because as this, continues to be investigated and everything else, they're going to figure this stuff out. Like somebody was driving that car for the BBC. If that really happened, somebody's going to be like, oh, I remember that girl. I did pick her up and I did bring her to this. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to get proven or disproven either way. But like once you start getting into a lot of details coming out, it's kind of hard to be like, oh, that mainstream media is out to get me. I mean, it just, I don't know.
Aww.
Seems like a little bit of a stretch. But anyway, listen, if Russell Brand gets dragged away and put into prison, we'll still have Jay Sabs here to tell us how bad the jab is. That's what everybody can count on.
Exactly.
All right. That bit of truth bombs is never going to disappear. If it's not Russell, it'll be Janine. If it's not Janine, it'll be just somebody else. We'll always find a way to get to the truth. That's the thing.
That's it.
Guilty or not? All right, so Jay Sabs, you're on the not guilty side. Cuddles, guilty or not guilty?
Yeah, I hate to say this, but I think he could have. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
wait. I
that's
just remembered something.
Oh, here we go.
He grabbed your ass when he took the picture with you.
No, I wish. My husband, one Halloween, he dressed up as him, and I dressed up as Katy Perry.
Oh boy.
So this is not going to go down well.
Nope.
No, it's not.
Oh boy. This is going to be really funny. Oh my god. Yes. Okay. So I kind of, in a way, hope he does get like convicted, because then, like, if say my husband, like down the line, my husband needs a new job, and they go look and search for him on social media, they'll just find pictures of him dressed as Russell Brand.
Oh my god. Speaking of which, by the way, they dug up a 2013 interview where Katy Perry spoke to Vogue, and she talked about how controlling he was during their.
Really, I am surprised.
Yeah. That was a weird. I thought less of her when she started dating him and married him.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
She's far too pretty for Russell. He's a funny guy, I guess. But I never thought of him as a. You know what's funny about that too? He played like a sexual icon person in like almost every movie that he was in.
I mean, he's like got that rocker look, skinny, crazy hair.
Yeah, but like Mick Jagger skinny. Like you thought that shit would have went out in the 70s.
No.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll keep our eye on it. First, it's 4, and then we'll see if anybody we'll check in at the end of the week and see how many more people are coming to the forefront. Say that Russell Brand was a dick to them. Lauren Boebert dumps her play date. Couple of interesting things on this. Since we first talked about this, more footage has been released, and the footage that I've seen, and I'm sure everybody has seen this dude was going to town on her hooties.
No.
Yes, he was like full on fucking groping her, and she had her hand on his piece of deal, and she was rubbing him. This girl is a hoe. She is nothing but a fucking twat waffle.
I want to see the picture of her rubbing his penis.
It's a video. You
like
can
everywhere.
go see it, and he's like groping her. First of all, her titties look fake. Okay.
Let's see.
They look fake. And 2, like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Let the girl have some fun.
Janine! No, not in like a public like, come on now.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question.
No, I have never given head in a movie theater, so don't ask that.
Thank God, because I never got from you, so I was really worried there for a second.
You've never played with a peepee in the movie theater.
Nope.
You never let someone play with your boobs. I'm not going to say hooties like a fucking 8-year-old. You never did anything in a movie theater ever.
No, I fucking watched a movie. I go to the movies to see a movie. For what it fucking cost me?
Okay.
I'm going to the movies. You are a hoe. You are a hoe. Okay.
Okay. In the comments, I want to know, girls and guys, because I don't believe this for one bit. Who here has fooled around in the movie theater? Okay, because poor Anthony.
Don't read that out loud. Cuddles can't see the live chat.
Yes, I can when you put it up there. Dr. Drex or whatever said that.
Oh, he did? See, now that's funny. I just said that on my own.
Oh, I thought you were reading it out loud.
No.
Shut up, Janine.
No, but let me say this too. Well, hold on. This is an unfair example, Janine, because you're talking about a movie theater versus a Broadway play. Those are two distinct, different settings. Movie theater, most of the time you can get into a movie theater. Sometimes there's only 4 other people in the whole friggin' thing. It's really dark. A Broadway play is a packed house, even in Denver, where this particular play was taking place. That's a different thing.
Well, sorry.
Like I said before,
people. I'm telling you, people fool around all the time in these, and even in a Broadway play. Wait, she went to go see a Broadway play?
It was in Denver, but yeah, it was a play. It was Beetlejuice the play.
Yes, definitely. I would definitely do that too.
Sorry. Yeah, but it was like a packed house. Like, I mean, there was like...
Were there like fucking children there?
No, but there was old people, so...
I won't tell you what I did in a movie theater once.
I don't want to know.
You can use your imagination, and let me tell you, it was a packed theater.
Was your husband dressed as Russell Brand?
Yes, and I was dressed as Katy Perry.
Oh, dear Lord.
And you guys are disgusting.
I have to say, honestly, I am looking back on that now. I was like, oh my God, how did I do that?
Oh God.
Sorry, Mom, if you're listening. Sorry, Mom.
What? Sorry, Mom.
I just jerked him off in the movie theater. That's it. No. Oh, I didn't use my mouth. I didn't use my mouth, Mom. Okay, I did. Okay. Sorry.
You're so disgusting.
Poor Anthony's dying.
It's so true, though. They think about the stupid shit that you did. I'm assuming this was when you were younger, in your 20s.
Oh, younger.
Oh boy.
If you fucking anytime you go to the movies now, I am just going to be grossed out. We're not going to the movies again with her.
Cuddles had a funny line before that when she goes, "From what I paid for this," which is very true.
That is true. You want to watch the movie?
Yeah, that's a $90 sex session. If you're fucking going to fool around in a movie, you can't do that shit anymore.
No.
What if you drop the popcorn? That's $8 down the drain.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Right.
What are you gonna get on your knees on the fucking dirty floor? Have you
Oh,
ever
no,
seen?
no, no. I would not
Oh,
do
you're just gonna lean over, uncomfortable?
No,
No,
never.
no. I want to enjoy my pretzel bites with cheese and popcorn and my Diet Coke, watching a nice movie, and I don't want to be bothered. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me, and that's
Right.
it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm not giving no, BJ's. Don't get any ideas, Anthony.
That's true.
None.
She's not. In fact, sometimes she doesn't even share the popcorn. I can
No,
attest to that.
I do not. I do not share.
On
Get your own.
our first date, I had 6 kernels of popcorn. She ate the entire box. The rest.
You
No.
should have bought your own. First of all, you should have bought me my own instead of, we'll just fucking share. Okay, cheapo.
That is pretty cheap.
That's
Right? This
not cheap.
motherfucker.
You share
Oh,
popcorn.
I bought a big one. You give me a break. That's why you got no popcorn. It's
Yeah.
your own stupidity.
Or
And
other
I
things,
fucking
right.
no, and the stupid one in all this, me. I fucking married you.
Mm.
I think because you felt bad about the popcorn. I think I've been guilting you about that for.
He is. We have been married 9 years, together like 15, and he guilts me all the time. And anytime he sees popcorn, he reminds me.
Oh.
Mhm.
I don't feel bad. So I don't feel bad. So
You're like, no, I don't feel bad. Don't think that.
no.
It's
Excuse me.
awkward. Janine, you got to watch the video. It's awkward though because this guy is great. And here's the other thing too: women don't really love when you just grope them randomly.
Yeah,
even
sure. Right. They don't.
No, I don't.
No, but even like the privacy of your own home. Like if Dee's like, I don't know, making popcorn or cooking, going up to her and groping her. Not
What do I
exactly.
say to you? What do I say to you all the time?
Don't touch me. Leave me alone.
Yeah. I do actually say that. Don't touch me. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Can you stop touching me?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say. Can you stop touching me?
Yeah.
Even if he comes over my shoulder and he puts his hand on my shoulder, I'm like, stop touching me.
She slapped my ass so hard the other day, my head almost went through the fucking wall.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
So. No, but it's true though. Like awkwardly groping a woman is not something that they enjoy too much.
Yeah, no, not at all.
When the time is right, they enjoy it very much. But finding those moments is you got to know what you're doing. And I don't think that those moments are at a Broadway show.
Nope.
But to his defense, she grabbed his dick right after.
Yeah, she did. She was like caressing and everything. And now she dumps the play guy. Like, how long were you with him? Was like, now he's no good. You were enjoying yourself all there, but now oh.
Yeah. And then so she went on, I think OAN or Newsmax or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, it's my eccentric personality." And then all the videos started coming out, and now she's like apologized for, doing everything basically a conservative wouldn't do. Grabbing a dick in a theater, fucking vaping and blowing it in some old lady's face. She flipped the fucking usher off.
Oh.
What a dickhead. She's
this
such
guy,
a twat waffle.
This guy, it's your second good twat waffle of the episode. This guy was a Democrat who owned a bar that hosted drag shows. Like,
oh, it just keeps getting better.
You could not get more anti-Republican right now, and she was in there.
She's an undercover hoe. She's an undercover hoe.
I said it. I don't think, Janine, you were here, but I mean it. She is just like Britney Spears. And if we learn anything from Britney Spears, trailer trash just wants to get topless, drunk, and twirl around and dance on Instagram Live. Oh. That's all. That's all Britney wants to do. Like, we fought for Britney's freedom just so she can fucking twirl around topless.
Yeah.
Half in the back. Just
Britney, doesn't matter how much money you have. Just as Boebert or whatever her name is, doesn't matter how many guns you have. You just want to be a hoe.
Yep.
By the way, she's a grandma. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Yeah. Who's a grandma?
Boebert.
No, how old did she? How old was she when she had her first kid?
I think Boebert's mom had her when she was like 18, Boebert had a daughter when she was 18 or 16 or whatever the fuck, and then Boebert's daughter just had a kid at 18.
I see a pattern.
Uh-huh.
A pattern of that. I don't know.
And then she also blamed the divorce because she's in the middle of a divorce. She was like, I was getting divorced.
Didn't she cheat on her husband?
I think she's denied it, but I think so.
Now we really see she's a hoe.
Yeah. Bird, if my grandma got caught doing that in a theater, I'd throw up. That's pretty. There is a kid out there right now that's like, that's my grandma.
That's right, Bird.
One day someone's going to say that about me, meaning their grandma.
Oh, God.
What did you say?
One day somebody's going to say that about me, like, oh, look, I can't believe what my grandma did. And then she talked about it on this Anthony on Air podcast.
Oh, yeah. Every time I see a grandma get inappropriate, like say bad words and shit, I immediately think of you. I'm like, this is what you need.
Really?
Immediately. Yeah, immediately. Ask D how many times I brought you up when we were visiting my parents in the villages. Every time I saw
every 15 minutes.
Like an old slutty
oh, thanks. You better go back on that before you're me tooing me right now.
Every time I saw like an old slutty grandma like flashing the eyes at some dude, I'm like, this is gonna be Janine. She could be up fucking in here cleaning it up. I mean, I thought you could do it now at this age. I thought you could really. I still say you can get two husbands.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Out of a 15-year thing down there. You could really, really clean it up.
Okay.
If I was your husband, I would be like, go ahead, take 15 years, do as best you can, and then come back and we'll split the winnings. The Senate has ditched their dress code. This is a John Fetterman move, not entirely that of his doing, but he was basically the schlep that was running around in a hoodie, which normally I would applaud. Any chance that you can make a living in sweats and a hoodie, I say good for you.
Why not?
Why not? I do have one exception to that rule, and it is in our government. I feel like for what for the scam that these sons of bitches are running, the least they could do is fucking show up in a shirt and tie and a nice dress. Like, I applaud the CEOs and shit who walk around wearing hoodies and shit like that. And I'm okay with all of that stuff. But once you get fucking elected and you work for the people, it's time to fucking put on a collared shirt and get to work.
Yeah.
And
stop dressing like a sophomore in college.
Yeah, this Fetterman has been roaming around in a sweatshirt for so long that Chuck Schumer told he said that he admitted to doing this, directed the chamber's sergeant at arms to stop enforcing a dress code for senators, which previously required men to wear coats and ties.
Aww.
But now, is that for everyone, or do now just us, the lowly interns and everyone else, do they have to go by the dress code, or is it just for the senators?
Ooh, good point.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Schumer is someone who, if you see them, you just want to fucking punch him right in his goddamn face. I can't stand him. He's another one. He's one of the top ones. I can't stand him. He just talks and his voice annoys me.
Yep.
And thank you. But if this is like, the senators, they can wear anything that they want, but their staff, and that has to still be by the dress code, I'm going to flip the fuck out. Because then I'm like, that's wrong.
Whoa.
That's wrong. I need answers, and I need them now.
I just don't know why. And I know this guy's had some difficulties, but I don't know why he can't put a fucking tie on. I mean, it's not.
You can't put like a college shirt. He literally is on air all the time in hoodies. He looks like I don't get it. It's not that hard.
He looks like a PE teacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's so disgusting. I'm sorry.
And the weird thing is nobody wanted this guy. It was just, we don't want Dr. Oz. So
yeah.
I mean,
Dr. Oz, he's cute.
He is a cutie, isn't he? And again, like, just be like, oh, okay, be happy, be grateful. We've given you, like, as soon as you get the Senate term is 6 years. You only need 5 in our government to get a pension. So as soon as he got elected, he was taken care of immediately for the rest of his life. The least you can do is go get a Tommy Hilfiger collared shirt and throw that sumbitch on. You know what I'm saying? And just walk around. I like this from Johanna. Good question. Who is more dumb, J Sabs or Frankie C?
Who said that?
Johanna. And then Johanna said the answer is Anthony for having them as guests. So rest easy.
Wow. Tell me
J
how
Sabs.
you really
I'm the dumb one.
Well, I don't think they're kind of like you call them co-hosts, right?
They are co-hosts, yes.
Yeah, so he's not just having them on, they're co-hosts of the show.
They are not guests. No, they are co-hosts. They are victims of us naming this Anthony on air, which we should not have from day one. That was a mistake from day one. One day we're going to say what the name of this podcast really should have been. There were 2 things that we were going to call it. Yeah, you didn't know this?
No.
I always wanted to call it, well, this was years ago when I was still on the air at EHM. I wanted to call it Here's the Thing, because I don't know if you've noticed, but I say that
all the
lot.
time.
Yeah. I say that a lot.
Do you really?
All the time. And then dumb fucking Alec Baldwin took it and he called his podcast that. So that was out.
Oh, come on.
And then the other one was actually inspired by J Sabs. I have to go back and look because we did have a graphic made up for it. It was weird or things that my friends say. It was something like that. Things my friends are saying, or things my friends say. Weird things my friends say, or some shit like that.
Really?
And that was the other name. Yeah, that's the one I really loved. But at the time, we were like, oh, we were trying to capitalize on the radio audience. So, and the website we already had for years from the radio. So that's the only reason why it was called Anthony on Air. But if I had my druthers, I'd change that immediately.
Okay. Oh.
Because it doesn't fairly represent the accuracy of the show. Plus, also, I'll be the one getting sued for something that Janine said. Whereas if it was the whole thing, we'd all get a cease and desist.
Well, that's what everybody takes a chance when they hire me. I mean, it's like it's written in my whatchamacallit, my employment papers, my agreement. What's it called when you get signed on? What's it called?
Contract.
There you go. But no, the employee contract, but there's another word for it too. Phrase. Oof. Sorry, it's Monday. Oof. Sorry.
It's all right, John Fetterman. It's okay. We all know you have good intentions.
Thank you.
You did well, McConnell. J Sabs McConnell. You're doing just fine. Speaking of our wonderful government, we lost a stealth fighter jet for a couple hours and asked the public's help for it. That's what was pretty amazing about this story. In a weird, bizarre twist, they were flying around in one of our F-35 stealth fighters, and in what they're calling I don't even know, pilot error or whatever, one of the pilots, there was 2 flying around, one of the pilots ejected from one of them and had the autopilot on, and supposedly the plane just kind of kept flying around for a few hours.
Oh, okay.
And our government was like, hey, if everybody could go outside and take a look-see what's happening. See if they can find the plane.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can't make this shit up. Like, act like we have radar for 5 seconds, like we can track this fucking thing and find it on our own, No, but they go to Twitter and are like, hey, anybody see that $90 million plane we happened to misplace for a little while?
Where'd that go?
Let us know. You know what? Nothing like shocks me nowadays. That's the sad part.
Right.
No.
Right.
And so now, I think 2 hours away from some fucking town in North Carolina, they found some debris. So they think that is it. I got to give credit to the Babylon Bee, who immediately tweeted, unfortunately, the Epstein client list was on board the jet when it crashed.
Right.
I thought that was pretty good. I don't know who's fucking working on that Babylon Bee, but they are just, they're on the ball. I just think they spend all day long just thinking of snarky, shitty things to say that are hilarious.
Oh, I love it.
Me too.
I love it. God.
Like, that's the whole trend now. How many times you think about the Roman Empire? I feel like, how many times do you retweet or share a Babylon Bee headline?
Oh, all the time.
Like,
You
all
know,
the time.
I'm on that. In our group chat, I'm on that.
Yeah. Well, they're great. They're great. The only thing that fucks with me is there is literally a town on Long Island called Babylon, which that's what I thought this was about when I first started years ago.
Me too. I always thought the Babylon Bee was the one Babylon by Us. I did not know that. I didn't know that it was like a satire kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's pretty funny. Finally, Drew Barrymore, writer's strike. So they stopped making her show. Then she goes, well, it's fall and, we're going to come back. And literally for a week, everybody was like, why is she breaking the writer's strike? And then the premiere episode, and that she filmed some episodes. And then the episode was supposed to air this morning, Monday morning. And she at the last minute pulled off and said, I understand. I've hurt some people and I've made a poor decision. Why does she do this? I feel like this is Drew Barrymore. Like, she's got to be the center of attention. Woe is me. I got to apologize. I got to, like, anybody could have told you this was a bad idea 3 weeks ago when you started this shit.
What would have been great if the writer's strike wasn't on was them making fun of her doing this at this exact moment on SNL.
Oh.
That's true. We don't have the late night shows or SNL to make fun of her for that.
Darn it.
Wow, they're still on strike?
Yeah.
How long has it been now?
It's been a while, but it's been like for most of the summer when a lot of these shows they're not on.
Oh, but now the fall, they're all coming back.
Yeah, well, the heat is on because like late July, August, they start filming again. And, and then now that we've gone past that and now we're into September, now I think they're starting to feel the heat. I think they were getting together to talk today or this week or something. Or
what do they want that they're not getting? Money?
Yeah, it's all about pay. It's all about pay. And the problem is these streamers, it's the streamers has become the issue because you made a movie and you got some back end on it, but they're not making, now there's more money to make than ever before, because back in the day you would go and put a DVD out and sell the DVD but that would kind of be it. Now they take these movies and they put them on Netflix for 3 months, 6 months, and everybody pays their $16.99 now. And that goes into the pot for each of these shows. Then they take it from Netflix and they put it on Hulu for 3 months and everybody's paying for Hulu. So there's like an endless amount of revenue stream now, and writers, actors, nobody's getting paid for this stuff.
Also AI.
AI is the big thing. So the studios were kind of like, no, maybe if we film you, we could like 3D capture you while we're filming you, and then we can take your likeness and use AI to put you in another movie. So at first it was going to be like background actors, just background people, because it'd be a lot easier to just computer generate that shit and throw them around in the background. And then it was, well, I could probably just do it with the stars too and just like keep the train rolling.
I mean, I get it, but like also there hasn't been anything good on like new, like on any of the streaming services. Like,
dude, am I supposed to put you on? Because I noticed you.
Oh yeah, I just want to show you how dumb this lighting is here. I have to fix it. That's why I'm off. See how it's like not where it's supposed to be.
It's not horrible.
If I just leave.
It's better than looking at just my face for a fucking hour. I'll tell you that. But listen, you brought up a good point. I don't know if it was the combination of I was sick for a while and doing nothing but like streaming, but US Cuddles, the last couple of Saturday nights.
Going through it.
you relax, you have a couple cocktails or whatever. You kind of want to like we've been like trying to put on like a funny movie.
There's nothing.
Everything stinks.
They have not, as I was looking and I go through all of them, there has not been anything that's great that's coming out or coming out like in the future. So
Yeah.
it's very annoying. I made my husband watch this movie the other night and he was not happy with me afterwards.
What movie?
It's called Luther. It's on Netflix about a serial killer in London.
Ugh, sounds horrible.
Why?
A serial killer in London? What? So boring.
Oh, he said, this is boring. And I'm like, let's just keep watching it. So it was 2 hours and 10 minutes. And he's like looking on his phone. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm looking at the score on Rotten Tomatoes. I was like, are you kidding me? It wasn't that bad. See, Paul was like, Luther is great. It wasn't bad. I thought it was pretty good.
What did it get on Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, I don't even know. I didn't want to know because I was mad at him for saying that. Oh, Luther. No, Paul. They actually made it into a movie. There is a series, but I did not know that till afterwards.
Okay, Luther on Rotten Tomatoes, average tomato meter 88%. That's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, it's got what's his name? Idris Elba.
Oh, I love him.
Right, I like him too. So
I love Charles Minor.
And
then, so we've been watching Suits. We're on the second season. I know you're mad at me for doing it.
I can't believe you're part of you drank the Kool-Aid.
But you know what? You know why I had to go to Suits is because there's nothing else to watch.
Yeah, there's really nothing else to watch. I almost kind of don't blame you.
So that's why I had to go. We had to go there.
But can I be honest with you? This you watching Suits feels like the betrayal of getting the vaccine.
You feel like I just got the vaccine?
I do. I feel like you just got the vaccine. And like even worse, you got it 3 years after.
I got the new one?
Yeah. I was like, we don't need it anymore. And you're like, I'm going to get it now.
I've seen you, Paul. I've seen a lot of them. Like, ask Anthony. You know, you always say I watch everything, right, Ant?
You do watch a lot. You did suggest You. I remember that. Wasn't that a sex one, though?
They have some sex scenes in it. Your wife never watched that? D, you never watched that?
No. And I'll tell you, we got mad at you. I got mad at you for, what was it, Bridgerton?
No, I did not think it was that hot. I didn't think it was that. I can't wait for the new season to come out. But during the second season, I was like, this sucks.
I watched the first season.
I can't wait for the third.
I didn't watch the second season yet. But you have to watch You. If you haven't watched You yet, honestly, if you haven't watched it yet, that's something to watch. You have to.
What's it about?
I don't know, Cuddles. What do you think? We can't trust.
What's it about?
I will say. Can I just say I found the first season of Bridgerton to be not bad. I thought it was okay.
Husband liked that too.
Yeah, it was a lot of man ass, but outside of that, like again, like I'm fair. You get a show with man, we get Hooties all the time. You get a man ass show, it's no big deal. But yeah, I was shocked. We were into the second season, and Cuddles, I was like, "You want to watch Bridgerton?" And she was like, "Nah." She was totally past it.
Yeah, okay. I can't wait for this season that's coming up.
You is about. You don't know what it's about? Hell, keep saying
no.
It is about
it's a novel that was turned into a suspenseful series.
I guess so.
That's what page says.
I think it's good. It's about, I don't want to give too much away, but it's about a guy who becomes kind of obsessed with the girl.
Oh,
that sounds like something you would be into.
It is, yes, a thriller obsession, right? But it's so good.
So this is You, the Russell Brand, Katy Perry story. Is that what this is?
Oh, God.
Is that? Oh, it's not that.
Yeah.
Is it sex scenes or is it good? Is it scary?
It's not scary.
Right.
They have a few sex scenes, but it's not crazy. Oh, I can't believe you haven't watched that yet. Oh my god, it's so good.
No, we really don't. We
We
haven't
have-
been watching anything.
Janine, we have been on a tear of we watched Vacation Friends and found it somewhat amusing, not hilarious. We watched Vacation Friends 2. I don't even know if we finished it.
Oh, we
No.
watched that. We watched it. I liked it.
Vacation
of course
1 or
you
2.
will.
Both.
Okay. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the second one was kind of like ridiculous, but I thought it was pretty funny.
Now you want me to go watch You based on your
No.
like
You is way better. You is way better.
What was the other one we watched? The last Hail Caesar. Holy shit, that's like it was a Coen Brothers movie too. I think,
really?
with George Clooney and oh my god, fucking
No, you
terrible.
watched that. I didn't watch it. He watches a lot of violent movies, and then he has to put these movies on his iPad because he needs, something on when he falls
Well, I like to
asleep.
watch.
And the next thing you know, I hear
movies all the time.
people fucking shooting and stabbing each other as he's snoring in my fucking ear.
Oh,
And
that's
I'm like,
annoying.
oh, this is like, I'm like, why is this happening?
Yes, Paige. We watched the second season of The Bear.
I watched that too.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
I
that
love that show.
episode with what's her name? With the family episode that's gonna win something, right? Did you say that too?
Yep,
That was
Jamie Lee
good.
Curtis. Yeah,
Yep.
right. I thought. Given some time too, I think it was better than the first season.
Ooh,
Season
It
2.
was good. It
I
was
love
good.
him.
I like that show.
I love him so.
Yeah,
There-
Bear was really good. I did see a couple of movies. I watched Public Enemy. This is like 3 movies that could be the same exact movies. Public Enemies, The Highwaymen, and shit. What was the last one I watched?
What's Public Enemies?
The last one I watched was Shia LaBeouf. Public Enemies is with Johnny Depp and Christian Bale. It's all about John Dillinger and like
no. Oh,
Tommy-
No, you lost me. You lost me.
Tommy gun bank robbers. It's not. A lot of people are probably not going to like it.
He
The
doesn't want to watch
Highwaymen-
movies.
The Highwaymen. This is how I know I'm getting old and turning into my
Yeah, I
father.
was just about to say you won't watch a movie that's not based off something from before 1940.
The Highwaymen is about
Unless
the
it is.
two old guys that killed Bonnie and Clyde, and again Tommy guns and everything. It is 2.5 hours of fucking 2 old men just driving around the screen grunting on, like look at us.
Bye. Oh
And
my
he
God.
enjoyed every second.
I
Every
fucking
movie
loved
he
it.
was that, and having to hear like U.S. history stuff. If it's about something that came before 1940, Anthony is all about it.
I love it. I love it. To my defense, though, The Highwaymen's a movie that came out in 2019. To my defense, Woody Harrelson and Kevin Costner are fucking brilliant in The Highwaymen. Like they're so fucking compelling as just being old cranky men in the dusty Southwest. That they're just fucking. I don't know. It's just great. I love that movie.
Yeah.
But it wasn't funny. My point is that there's not. When was the last oh my god, holding my stomach, hysterically funny movie that you have seen on one of these streaming services? I would love it, please, in the comments, in the live chat. If you've seen something that is downright hilarious, like please post it to the rest of us, because I can't fucking find it on any of the streaming services. I'm having trouble. And I don't know what it is too. You tell me if I'm getting cranky here. And thanks, Paige, for renewing your membership. I saw your comment before. Appreciate that. She let her membership slip. It's a sin we will forgive. That's forgivable, especially if you come back. Appreciate all the members. I don't know what it is, but I feel like the turn on Netflix used to be like you could go on a Monday and then on a Friday you would see all new shit.
Yep.
And now it's like maybe once every 2 weeks they put 3 new things on and take like 7 things off. I don't know what's going on with Netflix.
Thanks, Biden.
Yeah.
Netflix wasn't this shitty when Trump was in office. Good point.
Yeah, it's true. It is true.
Good point. But going back to the writers' strike, all these CEOs are making record money. The union is asking for a 41% increase in pay because on average over like the last 10 years, all the CEOs of the studios and the streaming services have had a 41% increase in pay.
Damn.
So they're paying themselves a shit ton more. And some of these guys are making 40, 50 billion, $50 million a year as a CEO. And they can't pay a fucking actor, a couple of bucks. And I'm not talking about like obviously the Brad Pitts and the Tom Cruise. Those guys clean up and do just fine. There's a lot of actors out there that are grinding it out,
right,
playing character roles that could use a little bump in pay, especially, and the writers too, that they're cranking this shit out. It's unfair. And then for them to replace them with fucking AI and shit like that.
Yeah, I could see them. I could see. Yep.
Supposedly, because I'm not a Star Wars guy, I wish we had Frank here. One of the actors in Star Wars died, and they just put a AI 3D rendered version of him in one of the last Star Wars movies.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah, because they were like, "Who else is going to play the part?" So let's let's AI him up, and they did. And it's like you can kind of see it, but it was like it was the kind of thing where you can see it, but you could also tell they're 2 years away from us really not being able to tell the difference.
Great. Thanks. So what you're saying is they're gonna AI Anthony on air?
That would be great. I would love to just put this thing into fucking automation. Not have to worry about shit. You know how long it took me to come up with that Ashton Kutcher fucking line from before for Russell Brand?
Man.
Bro? I can't even remember.
Bro.
Who would have thought?
And it's time to go.
Who would have thought fucking Russell Brand fell before Russell Crowe? That I would have lost money on that. That's for fucking sure. What's going on with you, Janine? We have to go. PTA. What are we doing here? Are we moving cupcakes? What's happening?
Ooh,
Are you loving life? Last time we talked, you were about to do your first book sale or some shit.
I did help out with it. Actually, when I got there, it was closing. So all I got to do was help them pack everything up. So I was okay with that. I mean, we'll see what the next thing is. Hopefully we don't go to the movies, but I have to say, I might be a bake sale.
Aww.
I have some ideas, so we'll see.
When you had a bake sale in school, when you were in school,
yes,
and the shitty, either the working mom or the shitty mom who drank too much just sent their kid in with Entenmann's cupcakes. Was that a win or a loss?
Oh, I don't. Oh, that's a loss.
Really? Aw.
I'm gonna go loss too. Cuddles.
I feel bad, but come on. At least it was something. She didn't forget.
That's true. She could have forgotten altogether.
Good point. Good point. I don't know. We'll see. I didn't like today because it rained and I've been having bad headaches. I think weather, kids, husband,
brain
Anthony
cancer.
On air.
You think it's a tumor?
Probably. It's not a tumor. What did she say? So yeah, I've just been annoyed by my allergies too. So we'll see.
Yeah, the allergies are bad. I've had a cough for 4 months. So
I know.
Sorry that you have a headache. Appreciate that.
This doesn't help.
All right, Cuddles, would you like to call anybody a twat waffle before we leave? Because you're 2 for 2 on that.
No, why? You want me to go for a third?
Anybody else driving you crazy?
Yeah, there's always people driving me crazy, but I don't want to.
Anybody else that you're not married to driving you crazy?
No.
You're getting good suggestions here, Janine. A cranial massage. Also, what about crack? Have you tried crack?
Oh, I like Joanna's. Headaches are probably from the tiny brain rattling in your normal size.
Who the fuck is this person?
Don't worry. I already Googled her. I know where she.
Joanna's just fine. Joanna goes back to the EHM days. You leave Joanna alone. She's getting good lines off.
Wait, she does sound like a real twat waffle.
Don't call Joanna a twat waffle. She's doing just fine. Let's see any buy twat waffles.
I love her.
That's right.
All right, let's leave Oceani with the last word. That's it for us. Appreciate everybody. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Don't forget to check the links in the description of this episode.
Show me potato salad.
Maybe we should go now.
Go ahead.